Welcome to the FFAR or FAR weapon guide. In this guide we will go through the damage, the range, the headshot multiplier, the wall penetration, the rate of fire, the magazine, the reload speed, the iron sights, aiming down the sight speed, idle sway, recoil, mobility and strafe speed, and the class recommendation for the FFAR. It deals 30 damage at close range, all the way up to 15 meters. This makes it 4 to 5 shots at any range. You can increase the range with 30% by adding the long barrel. The suppressor conceals your presence on the minimap when firing your weapon. It decreases the muzzle flash and decreases the range by 35%. This makes the 4-shot range 33 meters. Its headshot multiplier is 1.1, which renders headshots useless at all ranges. The headshot multiplier can be increased up to 1.6% by adding the high caliber attachment. This makes it 3 shots to kill, depending on the amount of headshots you make. It has a medium ability to penetrate walls, but this can be increased with the full metal jacket attachment, which means you can shoot through thin, medium and moderate thick cover. It also increases your damage dealt against score streaks. It fires 5.56 by 45mm rounds at 800 rounds per minute. This makes it the fastest firing assault rifle. The rate of fire can be increased by adding the rapid fire attachment, which increases it with 6.7%, which makes it shoot at 857 rounds per minute, plus increasing the recoil. Its magazine contains 30 rounds and 90 rounds backup. The magazine size can be increased by 40%, up to 42 rounds by adding the extended magazine attachment, with a stockpile of 168 rounds. The total ammo capacity tops off at 240 rounds. Once the magazine is depleted, reloading the weapon takes 2.5 seconds or 2.8 seconds when empty. The fast magazine attachment increases the reload speed with 50%, which causes the reload to last 1.2 seconds. There is no reload speed penalty for adding the extended magazine. The iron sight consists of a circular hindsight and an almost circular 3-punched foresight. You can replace the iron sight with a reflex, recon, boa, varix or thermal scope. And there's also the elo sight. It takes 300 milliseconds when aiming down the sight, but this can be decreased down to 180 milliseconds with the quick draw handle. Its strafe speed is 38%, which can be increased up to 68% with the stock handguard. Once aiming down the sight, the idle sway is considered higher than the other assault rifles. Adding the recon sight decreases the idle sway by 90%, plus it increases the zoom with 4 times the normal amount. The recoil is relatively high, but it has a predictable pattern with it being mostly vertical. This can be countered by adding a foregrip, which decreases the kick per shot by 7.5%, or adding the recon sight, which decreases the center speed by 5%. Firing from the hip is relatively less effective as it is slightly below the standard for the assault rifle class. The Hipfire spray can be tightened up with the laser sight. The mobility is standard for the assault rifle class at 95% movement speed. The time to kill is slightly higher than the average due to the high fire rate. The recommended class is based around a conservative but offensive playstyle. Your primary weapon will be the FFAR with quick draw to increase the aim down the sight time, fast magazine to increase the reload speed, and foregrip to reduce the recoil. Select the flak jacket perk as your primary perk. Using the perk 2 wildcard, the secondary perk will be the fast hand to increase the sprint out time and a scavenger to resupply the ammunition. The third perk is the blast suppressor to conceal your boosting. To conclude, we can say that the FFAR is the fastest firing when it comes to the assault rifles. It is a 4 to 5 shot kill. With a relatively high rate of fire, a slightly slower aim down the sight and sprint out speed and high recoil, it is the best suited to a conservative but offensive playstyle. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the weapon guide, consider leaving a rating, and subscribe for more related content. If you have any questions, comments, or constructive feedback, leave it in the comment section down below.